yeah, but that's what people at one point were saying. Oh, the moon's made of blue cheese or green cheese. I forget. Maybe it's blue green cheese. I don't know. But to go to the moon, that was important. Let's learn the name of the moon. Here you go. Amino-acyl tRNA synthetase. So what is it? It's an enzyme. You don't have to memorize that. Okay. I know you've already got to have memorized. Amino-acyl tRNA synthetase. What's its job? Reload the guitar. Put its amino acid back on. Okay, a new one, of course. Put it on, and then it'll come over here and say, all right, you ready for me again? You ready? And it's only if the right codon down here is going to match up with this, then it would be okay. Otherwise, it can't land. Okay, and this goes on and on and on. And while you're doing it, you're making your string of pearls longer and longer and longer, which is your growing new protein. When it's done, it's going to come off. And now it's ready for processing and packaging. And the bun says, okay, I had it. It takes off in both directions. But it could go back down on the end of the meat and start all over again and slide along. Doesn't that sound like a good play, a good thing to do? Well, if you like that, how about if at the playground, some kid goes up to the slide and slides and has fun and comes down? What's going to happen?
You go back up again?
Yeah, that plus. Now all his friends or their friends are going to want to go down the slide. It's going to get very busy. Well, here is a bun of the two halves coming in. It lands on the meat. It goes slipping along. New buns come and land. This is an assembly line. All of them making the string of pearls. So what are you making in mass production? Protein. And the only protein you're going to make is the one this mRNA is a recipe for. But you can mass produce a lot of proteins here. And since you got a bunch of buns sliding at the same time, they call it a polyribosome. Polyribosome. You say, oh, that's just imagination. No, it's not. Electron microscope again, there they are. And you think they're having fun sliding along? I think they are. They're probably laughing. That's what I think's going on. Okay. Mass production, polyribosomes.
And on the ends of each of those, they're just spitting off the chains of protein.
Then the chains come off, and the bun separates in halves, and then it goes back to try it again. It's funny, but it's true. So, remember the ribosomes I told you were like fleas on a dog. They can jump on and off of things like even this, and they did. Okay. But here, when you make the new protein, what do you want to do with it? Put it in a bubble, put it in a vesicle, and ship it someplace. Where do we want to ship it? Well, apparently off the page. We want to ship it. Oh, that story is done. Okay. You're going to want to go someplace where it can be processed. Okay. So that ended that story pretty fast. And we got a new story to look at. How about your test? Let's go over the test answers and questions and all. Are we going to come back to this? Yeah, we still need to come back. So let's go do the test while we still have time to do the test. And this test. Question number 1. Give our full name of the neuromuscular junction channels. Chemically gated sodium ion, potassium ion channels, and use the correct symbols. And it's opened by little green dots, acetylcholine, and that's good. The sad part, isn't it sad? The green dots open it, but they can't go in. Yeah, it's tragic. Not really. You don't want to go in. Okay? Let's look at number 2. Number 2 says, give our name for a series of voltage changes going down the T2 wheel one time. Action potential. Question 3.